We are the Louisiana Center for After-School Learning. We are an initiative of Education's Next Horizon, which is a statewide organization dedicated to education initiatives for public education for children pre-K through grades 12.
After-school care in Louisiana is very important to ensuring that children are in quality programs, that parents don't have to worry about the safety of their children when they're at work, and that children get any opportunity they can to improve educational outcomes.
What's the value in after-school, quality after-school programs?
Well, it gives youth an opportunity to enhance their educational skills. It also provides them a productive environment to be in. It gives them an opportunity to be around positive role models, and it helps us all to achieve the educational outcomes that we want for children in Louisiana.
We are identifying what makes a good after-school program, and I think also we're trying to encourage people to mobilize their resources and their expertise to develop a system to offer quality programs. There are some basic outcomes we're looking for. We want people to live quality lives, not just to develop quality programs. We will ultimately want people to live well, have a fulfilling life, building upon their education, to get a job, to have fun in their communities, and to meet good people.
How many students are in after-school programs now, and what's your goal?
That's a great question. We don't know exactly how many are in after-school programs. That's why the need for this center is so critical in Louisiana. We know that the Department of Education serves approximately 25,000 students all year round in after-school programs and summer programs. And then we also know that the Department of Children and Family Services serves approximately, they serve approximately 40 to 45,000 every year, and a portion of those, about 25% of those children, are ages 5 through 12.
What is the value in an after-school program?
I think the main value is that we all, we all know what children need to be successful, and we know that our schools are working as hard as they can to make sure that those outcomes are positive for those children. And so after-school programs are just a critical support system. They allow a child to have more time for learning, and they allow a child to have opportunities for learning beyond the classroom, opportunities for extracurricular activities, the sports, healthy nutrition, to learn their talents and skills. And so I think after school is one of those key components to making a child have a healthy childhood as well as a productive adult.
We are engaging stakeholders from throughout Louisiana who work with or fund after-school and youth programs. They are deciding on what are the priorities for Louisiana to improve access to quality school-age programs. There are many states across the country who are working on improving access to quality school-age programs, and that in order to do that, it's best to build a system that has different elements. And in part, my message was to show them what other states are doing and to identify what Louisiana is doing now and could do to build and strengthen the system.
Through this shared vision, we will improve outcomes for Louisiana's children and youth. We can all agree that quality educational experiences, which result in gainful employment, are key to reducing poverty. Children who grow up in poverty are more likely to experience health, behavioral health problems, face difficulty in school, become teen parents, and earn less or be unemployed as adults, all of which are barriers to future economic success and stability. Teens who leave school and do not become part of the workforce are at risk of experiencing negative outcomes as they transition to adulthood, whereas those who have dropped out of school are clearly vulnerable. Youth who have finished school but are not working are also at a disadvantage. Through the development of effective programs like after-school, extended youth learning programs, we improve outcomes for the children of our state. We all know the important role that education plays in developing children and youth into successful, self-sufficient adults. By supporting our young people with opportunities for learning, mentoring, academic support, and positive reinforcement, we can foster an environment where learning and education are valued and are priorities for children, youth, parents, and entire communities. From DCFS's perspective, high-quality educational after-school and summer programs provide safety for children in supportive environments. These programs also provide peace of mind to parents who work late into the afternoon and during summers when children aren't in school. I know I'm very happy that my 17-year-old son is in quality after-school program. Childhood development is directly influenced by earning early learning opportunities as well as extended learning opportunities, which give way to personal and social development. Also important to childhood development are the benefits that extended learning opportunities offer, such as academic support, peer support, exposure to positive adult role models, and fostering positive interests, hobbies, and skills through working, learning, and being involved in group projects and activities. For all these reasons and more, DCFS is excited to be involved in this initiative and to provide our support and partnership. I would like to take a moment to thank Dara Shackelford, the Louisiana Center for After-School Learning Director, and to thank her for her participation in the Innovations in Louisiana Government Fellowship. That's where the seeds of this initiative were planted. The Innovation in Louisiana Government Fellowship was started by my predecessor, former Secretary Christy Nichols, and personal friend, as a way to support and foster the development of innovative solutions to improving the social service delivery system. Dara was nominated and selected as a first-round fellow, and her project, Building Quality Improvement Systems for School-Age Child Care, was selected for further development by the fellowship class. Working with her fellows, her project blossomed and ultimately was awarded a grant from the C.S. Mott Foundation, DCFS, and Blue Cross Blue Shield of Louisiana, which brings us today to the creation of a truly innovative partnership. The Louisiana Center for After-School Learning, housed at Education's Next Horizon in Baton Rouge, is a partnership between the Department of Education, DCFS, the Partnership for Youth Development, the Children's Coalition of Northeast Louisiana, and Cecil Picard Center at the University of Louisiana at Lafayette. With all partners working toward a shared vision, directly aligned with Governor Jindal's goals for economic and workforce development in Louisiana, this project is committed to using evidence-based initiatives to produce better outcomes for children in our state. To achieve this broader vision, will require stakeholders in education, child care, youth development, business, and community-based services, each with their own role, to work together and to be motivated toward the ultimate goal. The goal is to foster a love of learning among children and youth and to create an environment where learning, education, positive achievement, and success are highly valued. This can be achieved by engaging children in after-school and summer learning experiences. So today is about determining what makes a high-quality after-school learning opportunity, what assets and resources we can collaboratively use to support that goal, and then working to expand our statewide partnerships and collaboration to make it happen. In closing, I'd like to encourage each of you to make the most out of this day by developing strong programs that meet the needs of our children, to support working parents, and to support the social, emotional, and academic development of all the children in our state. Thank you all for your continued commitment and your support. Thank you for the work that you do out there every day. We truly appreciate your efforts, and enjoy your day.
Education's Next Horizon, guys, is now in its fourth year. We actually started this work in late of 2007, and it was a vision of two people, Dr. Philip Roseman, a cardiologist in Shreveport, and former State Superintendent Paul Pasterick, and some other business leaders around the state. And our mission is, as you see here, we really work to try to frame the debate around system-wide reform. And I think what we do best really is to connect leaders around the state in all sectors of our community to work toward school improvement. And we started out really, I think, more focused on that second bullet. And in late 2008, we were asked by the state and the governor's office to sponsor a conference on dropout prevention, and that added another dimension to our work. And so we launched Louisiana's Promise. You see the little poster there. Louisiana's Promise was really developed initially just to raise some awareness of the dropout problem in Louisiana. We convened at that state conference about 1,000 or so folks from all over the state to talk about the problem and what we can do to address the problem. And we followed up with some regional meetings held in early 2009 with all school districts, and convened those meetings over a course of about 3 months. Then we decided that, well, we really needed to get a little closer to the ground, and so we began to work with school districts more directly. And now we focus on those districts that have the lowest cohort graduation rate. And we provide action planning assistance to those districts. We literally go in and help facilitate a process to bring their community leaders together to begin to really talk about the dropout problem in their district, and how the community as one group of people working with in cooperation with the district leaders can solve that problem. We also do some research in dropout prevention. We'll be actually finishing up. We have a final draft of our latest publication on dropout prevention with the support of the P-Card Center, who's actually done the study. We're looking at about 36 schools in Louisiana who have achieved a graduation rate of 80% and have held that rate, for the last several years, and have actually grown their rate by at least 10% percentage points over the last 4 years. So we think that that's going to be it's going to be a report that it's going to be of some value to every middle and high school in Louisiana. We'll be looking at commonalities within these districts, things that they have done well, best practices that have enabled them to achieve an 80% graduation rate. And just recently, we just began to partner with Entergy in a somewhat innovative initiative here in Louisiana to focus on one school, and that school is Estruma High School here in Baton Rouge, to engage resources, partners within the Estruma community and the parish as a whole, really to help alleviate poverty within the school community among students and families, with I guess one of the primary goals being to help that school to achieve an 80% rate, and to move those students a little further along and better prepare them for careers in college. So we're really excited about that. They call it the Entergy Adopt a Zone strategy. What you'll probably hear in the weeks to come is some little catchy phrase like Estruma Community Strong, but you'll hear more about that. We do bring people together. We try to build partnerships and coalitions around these key issues, and we have, you saw on the first screen there, a little logo called Act Now Louisiana. We've sort of branded our community engagement and support initiative around this concept of really trying to get Louisiana to act more with more urgency on those important issues. And last year, at least in the last 6 or 7 months, we've really been focusing on early childhood education. We were helpful in bringing together a coalition of about 15 organizations to focus on the state's LA4 program. And so we've got some of the partners in this room here this morning. And you'll be hearing more about Act Now as we go forward. But we we do, I think we do that quite well as a statewide organization with a statewide board. And of course we communicate those recommendations. Our website is designed to be somewhat informative and interactive. If you go there, you can really see, you find not just the context of those key issues, but find out how you, as partners or as teachers, as business leaders, as community leaders, how you can play a part in helping to move the pre-K-12 agenda forward in the state of Louisiana. And of course, last, certainly not least, and I think perhaps just as importantly, among our initiatives is LaCal. And it's hard to believe that just a year ago, that I guess we were sending our application to the Mott Foundation, and it was a result, of course, of some months of planning with some other partners. And we're extremely pleased to be a part of this nationwide network of statewide after-school initiatives. We're in the 9th cohort of states that Mott is funding to move state networks forward. And again, we're just delighted to be a part of the Mott Support Network. They not only fund us, but provide a tremendous amount of technical support, and it makes Dara's job, of course, much easier. So here we are with LaCal, and the most important decision we made with LaCal was not to ask for money, but to hire Dara Shackelford and as our program director, and she's just gotten off to a great start. She and her little baby, newborn, and but this is really what we're here to do today, guys, is to really focus on try to develop a common vision of what high quality really means. We have as our goals what you see here. We really are striving to build a statewide partnerships across the state with key stakeholders, as you are, with a focus on supporting policy development at all levels. And of course, we know that there are many gaps in this system. I travel the state often in my work on dropout prevention, and I can tell you that there are many communities in Louisiana who need after-school services, particularly in the Delta parishes. Many of the rural and poor communities of our state don't have these services, and so I think part of our work is going to be an advocate and to work to not only sustain but to grow after-school programs across the state. And of course, our big interest, as you know, is in building and sustaining a system of high quality. Now, this is a little picture that Dara developed. It's kind of busy, guys, but the definition is, the title is Definition of After School. I kind of think of it more as a system, just a picture of the overall system, and on the outside of these concentric circles, of course, are the stakeholders, the programs, the things that we input into the system, and you can find your place in here, I'm sure. But on the inside, I think is the transformation process that really takes place around these three goals. And what's really common about all this, I think, is the ultimate beneficiary, the children, the youth that we all are here to serve. So I would just like to finish up by, first of all, thanking you all for being here this morning and stressing just how important it is for this initiative to be successful. We've got to sustain strong partnerships. We've got to engage stakeholders. We've got to really stay focused on building system-wide policy and sustaining high quality.
I would like people to develop quality programs, be encouraged to connect with their professional neighbors and to grow their programs.
It's really, really important to think systemically about how we support programs, quality programs, and how we provide practitioners and folks working with children and youth every single day with the resources and the tools they need to have good outcomes for kids.
The Louisiana Center for After-School Learning is one of 39 other states that have what we call statewide after-school networks. They've been funded by the Charles Stewart Mott Foundation for over almost a decade. And what they are really designed to do is create a network of people. And we are a network of people that create practitioners, decision makers, and all community leaders that are engaged in what children are doing in the out-of-school hours.
What would you like to see happen in terms of being able to expand quality after-school programs throughout the state?
I'd like to see greater collaboration between both state government, local government, private industry, and nonprofit organizations. Together we can find innovative solutions to provide the opportunities to our children that they need.
Today, at the end of the Quality Summit, we want everyone leaving feeling really excited about after school, that we know that children are better off when they are in programs in the afternoon hours, when they are connected to caring adults that can help them develop their talents and skills, and that we need to work more to align them with the academic outcomes and the developmental outcomes so that we can have all children involved in after school.